What's up, Apaches?
I'm Maya.
And I'm Emmy. And welcome to Show 6.
Are you interested in joining an athletic team on campus? There will be an informational meeting regarding swim team tryouts on Monday, October 24th at 3 p.m. at the AHS pool.
It's time to submit your senior superlatives and quotes. Your quote and nominations will be going into this year's yearbook. Please submit the forms by October 26th, and don't forget to purchase your senior tributes by November 2nd.
Some of you may have noticed that one of our shows was briefly pulled off YouTube. Today, we're taking a look at censorship in the media and YouTube's new content rules.
2 weeks ago, APN's fourth show was taken down off of YouTube. Why, you may be asking? Because of YouTube's new censorship policies. The new policies came out about 2 months ago, with the purpose of creating a more advertiser-friendly space on YouTube. In the new policy, users are restricted from uploading content that is sexually suggestive, contains violence or events related to extremist activity, inappropriate language, promotion of drugs and alcohol, and the most controversial, restrictions on sensitive subjects, including politics, war, and natural disasters. For example, one of our shows was pulled due to violating community standards. We assume it was due to sensitive content regarding the Black Lives Matter movement. Events like this create the question, are these policies censorship?
I think YouTube's gotten very scared because there's such a ton of material that's being put onto YouTube right now. Most of it, I would say a good part of it, is totally appropriate in terms of content. But I think they're afraid of either a lawsuit or being criticized because things like Twitter, where it's becoming less a way of communication, more a chance of venting, YouTube doesn't want to turn into the same thing. I think it's very troubling that people automatically, especially an institution like YouTube, shuts things down. What happens next time? You show a documentary that somebody finds objectionable, or somebody puts a lesson on YouTube they find objectionable. I mean, there comes a point where I think a justification for why they're doing it should be made known.
In an official statement by YouTube, they claim that their policies have not actually changed, but are instead being enforced more strictly. They state all they have done is improve the notification and appeal process for the ad-friendly content. Whether YouTube's policies are a form of censorship is still up to debate. However, it is clear that things are changing on what you can and cannot say in the virtual world.
Thanks, Max. Glad our show is back up.
On November 8th, you'll be voting on more than just the next presidential candidate. Here's Simone to bring you up to speed on another issue on the ballot.
On November 8th, voters will be asked to decide whether or not the death penalty should be repealed in California.
A yes on Proposition 62 would repeal the death penalty, making life without parole the maximum punishment for any of the state's 39 death-eligible crimes.
The state of California has a long-standing history with the death penalty. California has been a state for 166 years as of this year. In all but 6 of those years, the death penalty has been in place.
Since 1976, California has seen 13 executions from gas chamber and lethal injection, and there are currently 741 felons on death row. Today, California is one of 30 states that still have the death penalty.
Issues about the death penalty are very personal to a lot of people, not because it necessarily affects their daily lives, but because it goes straight to some of the morals that we hold as individuals.
So you might be wondering, what does all this have to do with me? Well, on November 8th, the Social Sciences Department will be hosting a mock election at the Rally Court during lunch. Bring your ID card in order to participate. These next few weeks, APN will be highlighting a few other issues on the ballot, so make sure you stay tuned. This has been Simone Chu. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Simone. The Reflections program has begun. The theme this year is, What is your story? Student entry forms and information are found at the front desk. The deadline for entries is October 31st at the AHS front desk.
Hey, Emmy, what are you doing next week?
Preparing my Halloween costume, of course.
No, it's not Halloween preparation week, it's Red Ribbon Week. Let's go to Travis for more.
I pledge to be drug-free.
600,000 people died due to drug overdose in 2015.
We pledge to be drug-free.
60% of high schoolers don't find marijuana to be harmful.
I pledge to be drug-free. By 8th grade, 28% of students have consumed alcohol. 15% of students have smoked cigarettes.
I pledge to be drug-free.
About 7% of high schoolers smoke marijuana daily.
I pledge to be drug-free.
We pledge to be drug-free.
I pledge to be drug-free.
Thanks, Travis. By the way, where's Max?
I have no idea.
We should probably go see if he's okay.
What the? Where am I?
Due to the recent trend of the scary clown costumes, school administration has decided to ban all forms of clown costumes for Halloween this year. Any student who attends school in such a costume will be sent home immediately with possible consequences attached.
It seems like our traffic safety video just scratched the surface of what it means to be a safe driver. Let's drive on over to Kat and Christy about an accident in the teacher lot.
Last Monday, a minor incident occurred here at the teacher parking lot. Mr. Barkley came out of his classroom after school and found a large gash on the side of his car. Apparently, his situation was not unique.
My incident is not the only incident that's occurred. A number of teachers have expressed their same concerns and the fact that they have had incidents of their own occur in that lot as well.
Teachers feel that this is in part because of parents dropping off their kids in the teacher lot. This is prohibited, of course, but it seems like there isn't enough being done to prevent this from happening. The question is, who's at fault?
Some have argued to me that they think the school should pay for it or the district. I don't see that happening. At the end of the day, at some point, I'm going to have to ask my insurance to fix it, or I'm just going to have to pay for the damages myself. I just hope that the big picture item gets resolved for the entire faculty.
The administration has decided to not comment at this time. Stay tuned for future updates from Apache News. This has been Christy and Kathleen. Back to you guys in studio.
Arcadia High peer tutoring in the library has started. This year, tutoring will take place Monday through Friday. Please come if you need any help at all on any subject. The tutors are here to help.
Is your bank account looking like your GPA? Here's Will to help you go job hunting.
110,000 people get a new job in the United States every single day, and many high school students try to figure out how to be one of those new people. Sadly, they don't know how to do it. But with a little APN help, you could be the 110,001st.
A lot of companies are doing interviews via Twitter. A lot are on their Facebook page. You can go into the Westfield website. We'll have job openings in their concierge section of the website. Or just better yet, go into stores or restaurants. The Career Center is a great place to go. A lot of members of the community will contact the Career Center and say, hey, we need some students for either internships or regular jobs.
In addition to all these wonderful resources, students can also take the retail marketing class, where students are matched to work at a store in the mall and earn school credit based on the average number of hours worked per week.
So when you're offered a job, then you go to the Career Center and they will turn around a work permit probably in about 24 hours. Each student can only have one work permit at a time. So it's one job and one work permit. And when you change jobs, you need a new work permit every time you change jobs.
Hopefully your bank account looks more like your SAT scores than your GPA. This has been Willoughby. Back to you guys in the studio.
Badminton tryouts are here. Tryouts for the girls' team start on Monday, October 24th, and boys start on Tuesday, October 25th in the North Gym from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. You must have completed the athletic clearance process to try out.
Yesterday was the 99th Tournament of Roses Queen announcement. Travis brings up the hot press details from the Pasadena Playhouse.
We are here at the historic Pasadena Playhouse for the 2017 Tournament of Roses Rose Queen announcement and coordination. This has been a culmination of a month-long process. Let's see who was crowned the 2017 Rose Queen.
The 2017 Rose Queen is Victoria Castellanos.
Tournament of Roses Chairman Brad Radliff proudly crowned Victoria Castellanos as the 99th Rose Queen and introduced the official 2017 Royal Court.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present Queen Victoria and her Royal Court.
Congratulations to Queen Victoria Castellanos from Temple City High School. See you on January 2nd, 2017. This was Travis Chen reporting from the Pasadena Playhouse. Back to you, princesses, in the studio.
Thanks, Travis. You were definitely busy this week.
Let's go shopping. Richard will bring you closer to art, food, and shopping with the Gold Line.
Hey, what's up, Apaches? Last episode, we went to Chinatown, and it wasn't so great. So this week, let's lighten up and go somewhere we're familiar with. This week, we took the Gold Line from Arcadia to the Memorial Park Station. The underground station made this week's transit more unique. As you walk up from the stairs from the metro, the first thing you will see on the left is the well-known Pasadena City Hall, where most people take their dance pictures. Walking to the heart of downtown Pasadena did not take long at all. With stores like Apple, Nike, Urban Outfitters, there are many great places you can wander in. If you get tired, I would recommend going to the Indiana Colony Market. There's Cool Halls Ice Cream, Pie Hole, Intelligentsia, and Press Juicery. Old Town Pasadena has a classic style to it, but also hipster for the ones who want to take pictures here. This part of the city is definitely a great escape for the weekend if you're looking to loosen up. Old Town Pasadena was very lively and a good experience. Now back to you guys in the studio.
Whoa, all that food makes me want to go exercise.
Let's get the fun ball rolling with sports.
The Bulldogs put the Apaches in the doghouse. Now let's look at last week's highlights. The game was intense and the tensions were high. Arcadia barely gets off the ground by scoring a single field goal. On the other hand, Burbank was scoring high, making touchdown after touchdown. Arcadia just couldn't get their act together.
I felt like we were prepared, but hindsight is always 20/20. So, is there some things that we would have done differently going in? Probably. We didn't execute our game plan as well as we would like. From an offensive standpoint, I thought defensively we played really well. Just turn it over as many times as we did, it's going to come back and bite you. I don't think we executed what we were doing very well. You got to tip your hat to them just because of how hard they played and a lot of the stuff that they made us do with our forced errors. But I don't think we played our best football game, and that's something that we're going to have to improve on going forward. Those are tough to overcome. If you turn it over 5 times, 2 of them for touchdowns, it's gonna turn out a little bit differently when you're playing good football teams, and Burbank is a good football team.
The Apaches were not prepared for the Bulldogs scheme. With discreet foul play on both sides, the game ended 16-26.
Cross country must not have been eating recently because they fast.
Make it loud, make it loud.
Arcadia on 3, Arcadia on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Once again, cross country went and decimated their opposition. They now hold first place in the league in girls varsity, boys and girls JV, and boys and girls soft frosh. And even though the boys varsity is in second place, their times are starting to catch up to bros, and hopefully they'll be able to overtake them at league finals next time.
It was a bit crowded during the first 2 miles, and I had to slow down so I wouldn't get tripped. My stomach was hurting, so I think I could have ran faster. It's not much of a plan, but what I want to do is improve each race.
Great job, Apaches, and good luck at your next meet.
Last Tuesday, boys water polo played against Hoover, and they played as tight as their swimsuits.
The Apaches put up a hard fight against the Tornadoes, especially goalie Sebastian Petku, who blocked Hoover's balls one after another after another. Arcadia also used teamwork and skill in an attempt to come back against Hoover's strong offensive plays.
So I feel like from this game we can learn to be a lot more physical, and another problem that we had was that we needed to be able to move the ball a lot better, and that was one of the main problems that we had in this game. And so I think that if we were able to do that, we'll be able to have a lot more success in the future.
Playing against very tough teams like Hoover will definitely improve us. Although our game is not as strong as we would like it to be, it's definitely improving. And I see a very clear path for CIFs, and I'm hoping that we can improve.
Sadly, Arcadia lost 7-14. Better luck next time.
Congratulations to our queen. Well, that concludes it for this episode. This has been Emmy.
And this has been Maya.
And we'll see you on January 2nd.